Welcome back, friends. I'm so glad that you're here. Today we have a 15-minute flow just to take a pause from whatever your day has been thus far. So roll out your mat. We're going to start standing at the back of the mat in our mountain pose. Close the eyes. Connect to the breath, palms facing forward, chest high, and spine long. Feel those feet grounded down into the earth, and allow yourself to arrive to this present moment. With an inhale, sweep the arms overhead, and with an exhale, take a nice side bend to one side. Take another inhale, and then exhale, curl to the front in a deep forward fold, and then circle that side bend over to the left. Breathe in at the top, and with an exhale, we'll take this movement in the other direction. Great work. Pausing at the top, inhale, exhale, deep forward fold, knees bent, let the head hang, and continue to breathe intentionally. Enjoy this forward fold, lengthening through the backs of the legs. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale to fold once again. Bend through those knees. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Exhale, shoulders squeeze back and down as the head lifts tall. One breath in. One breath out. Reconnecting to the soles of the feet into your mat. Lift and squeeze the pelvic floor. Inhale, arms sweep back overhead. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, bend through the knees and walk the hands out into a high plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, start to rock through the toes, just shifting that high plank, connecting to the core, making sure you're hollowing out through the front body. Take an inhale and exhale for a downward facing dog. Breathing here. Starting to pedal out through the legs, noticing how the calves are feeling today. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, ripples the spine forward back to that high plank. And exhale, find another downward facing dog. Let's find this wave motion. Inhale, ripple from the tailbone, pulling through to high plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take this for a few more rounds. Feeling the strength in the body. Feeling each vertebrae open as you wave up and down through the spine. Slowly lower to tabletop. With an inhale, reach one arm up to the sky, twisting through the chest. And exhale, bring that hand back to tabletop. Other side. Very nice, my friends. Let's do that again. Inhale, twisting to the first side. This time as you exhale, let's thread the needle. Reach that top arm up overhead just to open up through the rib cage a little bit more. Hips stay high, press into the tops of the feet to keep everything in balance. Soften the outside of the shoulder that's touching the earth. Soften the jaw. But keep the belly lifted and engaged. Bringing top hand underneath the shoulder with an inhale, unwind that twist. Exhale, we come back to tabletop. Other side. With an inhale, we open and twist, reaching that hand up to the sky. Exhale, we thread the needle, coming close to the earth with our upper body. Reaching that top hand long above the head. But if that doesn't work for you today, know that you can take any shape with the arms that calls. Maybe a half bind at the lower back. Maybe you go palm to palm so that you can press the hands into each other, rotating from the core a little bit more. Just enjoy this, whatever it is for you today. Breathe. Slow down. With your next inhale, let's start to unwind that twist. And with the exhale, coming back to tabletop. Slowly lowering all the way onto the belly, forehead grounded. Enjoying that pressure on the third eye chakra, the length in the legs. Feeling the hips and the glutes relax. Bend through both knees, reaching back with both hands towards the ankles. Sometimes we can't bring hands and ankles together to touch, and that's okay. Just do what you can do today. But if you have the space, flex through the feet, and with an inhale, lift up into your bow. So thighs and heart are lifted off of your mat, gaze is forward, and with the breath, you softly rock this shape. One more big inhale. And with the exhale, slowly release back down all the way to the belly. Legs go long. Let that calm come back in. Tucking the toes, grounding the hands. With an inhale, we activate the belly and press up through high plank. And with an exhale, we come back to our downward facing dog. Slowly lower the knees to tabletop, just hovering the knees to activate the abs. And then lengthen the legs back to high plank. Little strength training here, just knee taps and leg lengthens. One more inhale, and with the exhale, sweep forward into your King Cobra. Back to our downward facing dog. Walk it out, find a little relief from that work, you're doing great. With an inhale, sweep the right foot up to the sky, 3-point. And with an exhale, find some big knee circles here. Just opening up in the hip socket, lubricating those joints. Inhale, reaches the leg back to 3-point. And exhale, right foot comes up between the hands for our runner's lunge. Take a big breath in, and with an exhale, find your standing splits. So left toes are reaching up towards the sky, head is counterbalancing the weight of the left leg. Slowly we rise to our tree. So take your time with this. This is a big shift in balance and drishti. So where's your point of focus? Be kind as you explore this, and then softly bring left foot down to the earth. Inhale, sweep those arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Finding your way back to high plank, taking your flow as you see fit. I'll meet you back in downward facing dog in your own time. Other side. With an inhale, let's sweep that left foot up to our 3-point, stretching to the sky. With our exhale, we start those circles in the hip socket in one direction. Drawing that heel towards the glute, pressing the heart towards that right foot. Reverse the direction of the knee circles. And with an inhale, lengthen into that 3-point before you exhale and bring the left foot up in between the hands. Runner's lunge. With an inhale, we ground through our left foot. And with an exhale, we find standing splits on the other side. Let the weight of the head go towards your mat. Reach through that right foot a little bit further, and then very slowly we transition into our standing tree. Prayer hands at heart center. Nice and easy. Breathe. Focus. Breathe in. Exhale to ground both feet. Inhale, sweeps the arms overhead. Exhale, we sit back into a chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for chair. Inhale. Exhale for chair. Keep going here. This time, arms reach down by the side bodies as we sit in our chair and we find little baby pulses. Feel that heat start to build. You can do it. Lift that belly up and in. Long back of neck. Let it go. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, we come all the way down through a seat. And shake out those shoulders as we roll through the spine, making our way onto our mat. Good job, my friends. Let's start to cool it down a little bit. Knees bent, soles of feet grounded, just enjoying the support of the earth beneath you. Let's draw that right knee into the chest and send it across the midline of the body, settling into a reclined twist. I have goddess arms here, but feel free to put the left hand on top of the right knee to deepen the twist. The gaze can go over to the right. Whatever feels good for you today. Breath flows in and breath flows out. Releasing that twist back through center. We're going to find a half happy baby. And then extend that right leg out to the side to access that inner thigh stretch. And then release that right leg long back onto the mat. Left knee into chest. Sending left knee across the body. Finding that twist on the second side. Feel the lower back open and release. Keep the space between the shoulder blades soft. Feel them melt down your back body and be heavy into the earth. Gaze can go over to the left. Softly close the eyes. Breathing here. Gently unwinding that twist. Coming into our half happy baby for just a beat. And then extending that left leg long out to the side to access the inner thigh. One more big inhale here. And with the exhale, release that second side. Sending our feet up and over the head, finding our plow here. Another deep way of folding in the spine. You could bend through the knees and find ear pressure pose as well. This is an excellent pose for the thyroid. One more breath. And then gently releasing everything long back to the earth. Just rest here, finding our Shavasana. Feel free to stay in Shavasana as long as feels right, or if you'd like to complete the video with me today, start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rolling through a fetal on one side, and then coming up tall to a seat. Finding that lift through the spine, we inhale to reach the arms overhead, and with an exhale, prayer hands come down to heart center. We bow to honor your practice today. Great work, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel invigorated and ready to move forward with your day. I'll see you next time.